Coach, assuming everybody plays tonight for Philly, how much different did they look than the team you saw last time?
Bigger, a lot bigger. When we played them last time, Jahlil Okafor was not in the lineup, did not play. So the fact that Embiid sat out last night and putting those two guys together, that's one of the bigger front courts in the NBA. So we'll have to account for their size up front. And they have some injuries in the backcourt, but we have to be ready to give our big guys help down there and not allow them to dominate us in the post.
Speaking of their size, because they have three big guys, would that mean that Nurkic would play more in a backup role at center?
Yeah, it's a possibility. He played last game, did well in the limited minutes that he played in. And obviously, when you look at the size of Embiid and Okafor, I thought Nurk did a pretty good job in a win in Philadelphia. Joel was 5 of 15 from the field. We gave him different looks, and I thought Darrell Arthur played really well one-on-one. But yeah, Nurk is definitely a guy that we can turn to tonight to use his size and his defense to help us out.
Does the conversation in the paper kind of go back and forth? Does that affect you at all in terms of your relationship with Nurk?
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, I told our team yesterday, we close every game almost with a different lineup. And I understand that guys want to be out there, they're competitive. You want them to be competitive, but at the same time, just make sure that you're being a good teammate and supporting your brothers out there. But I have no problem with that. Nurk's been great, he's been working hard, and he's staying ready. So when we call upon him tonight, I have no doubt that he'll be ready to go out there and help us out and try to get a win.
With a win tonight, you have a chance to have a winning December, 8-7. How much would that mean to you and the team and the program?
Well, being that we only had one winning month all of last year, it'd be great, and that didn't come until March. And you go back to earlier in the month, we go on a long road trip, but a disappointing road trip at 2-4. And what I love about our guys is that they've responded since then. We got up off the floor, didn't feel sorry for ourselves, and made a couple of changes and are playing good basketball. But by no means do we think we can show up tonight and just get a win. We don't look at teams' records. We don't look who's not available. We worry about ourselves. And if we can continue to play the way we've been playing, Chris, hopefully that puts us in a good position to win the game.
Early on, you were losing a lot of close games, particularly at home. You've won a couple now. You've got 5 wins by 5 or less. Is there anything the team is doing differently now? Are they learning how to win those close ones?
That's my hope. Obviously, when you're a young team, you have to go through this growing pain. And last year our record in close games was terrific. This year we got off to a tough start and felt like we gave a lot of games away. When you give those games away, it's probably a combination of poor execution, turnovers, and then obviously on the defensive end, blown assignments and not getting key or timely stops like we had at the end of the Minnesota game. So hopefully that confidence is in place and we can keep that going.
Everybody, deservedly so, Nicole has gotten a lot of attention. But what has Gary provided since he's come back from his injury?
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Obviously, I think his returning to the starting lineup, it's not a coincidence that we played very well since he's been back. The defense that he brings, the energy, his athleticism, he gets to the basket, he finishes. He shoots the three-point shot extremely well, and his ball handling has gotten a lot better than it was last year. So I think Gary's a guy that, on both ends of the floor, provides a lot for us. I think gives also his teammates a lot of confidence because they all like playing with him.
Has his growth been bigger this year than it was last year? Because he seems to be a more integral part of what you guys are trying to do.
Yeah, well, and I thought it was pretty important last year. And his rookie year, he only played in roughly 50 games, 11 minutes a night. So I call last year his true rookie season. And he started 76 games for us and played 30 minutes a night. And I think we saw tremendous growth. After his rookie year, people weren't sure about Gary Harris. And then, what a difference a year makes. He's given an opportunity to play, and he took a full advantage of that. But he's gotten better. He had a tremendous summer. I mean, Gary Harris was in our gym all summer long, dedicated, working on his game, his body, and I think his confidence is very, very high. And you gain that confidence from putting the time in. So couldn't be happier to have Gary back, and hopefully we can keep him healthy throughout the rest of the year.
7 games with this new lineup and really kind of a new style. Do you anticipate teams will start to adjust the way that they defend you? And do you worry about that, or right now you're just focused on refining what you guys are doing?
Well, I think teams will have a hard time. We're just playing. It's not like there are play calls. I think when teams are committed to calling plays every time down the floor, everybody scouts, everybody knows what the other teams are doing. It's easier to guard that. But when you're playing a free-flowing offense, running off of your defense, and giving players the freedom to play, and you have a guy like Nicola who you can play through and who makes everybody better, that's really tough to game plan for. But I'm sure, our last 7 games, we have the number 2 offense in the NBA. And how teams go about trying to stop that, we'll see. The fact of the matter is we have yet to win a game when we scored less than 100. We have to play an up-tempo game, a high-paced game. That's where we're at our best.